Hey guys, I'm Ryan, right?
I am not Ryan, right?
No, this is Jerry.
Jerry.
Jerry's here because I was just hanging out with Jerry and I was like, you know what? I got a question yesterday where someone was like, hey, Ryan, you should start doing podcasts too. I don't want to make it like a super...
Oh man, really?
Yeah, I don't want to make it like a big regular thing, but I just wanted to do one and call it Hanging Out with Ryan and Jerry, a real free-form type of podcast.
Yeah, you could do it every couple weeks or every month or something. Like,
yeah, I know, but it's so hard to edit a podcast.
Barely. Like, we just edit them live.
Yeah, I know. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much editing going to go into this video. There's going to be no editing at all. It's going to be raw,
I think
real.
we've talked enough times to where, like, we can probably flow a conversation.
Let's hope so. But yeah, man, like, I'm just here today because... How was your day? Was your day okay?
My day was weird. My day was alright. But it was just, like, I had a bunch of, like, very strange interactions with people today.
Nice.
So...
I did a interview, I'm Dante interviewed me today.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was telling you that outside, and it was pretty cool, you know, like, honestly, like, I was feeling pretty down today, because after a while, you know, I was watching, have you ever seen the Hollywood Reporter Roundtable?
Yeah, I think you showed me that one.
Yeah, and I was watching one with Veronica of like a bunch of Oscar-nominated actresses. Some of them are Oscar winners.
Okay.
And
Streep.
One thing they were talking about, was how, you know, you take risks and you take challenges and you try something different, and sometimes you really don't get the response you think you might get. Uh-huh. Like, I was telling Dante how I have a sense of humor that's clearly derived from people who love to just provoke the crowd. Yeah. You know, how...
You are a button pusher, right?
Like, I love Louis C.K., and he clearly says things sometimes just to get a reaction from the crowd. I didn't watch a lot of this guy, but I've YouTubed a lot of this guy's videos, and I saw the movie based on him, Man on the Moon, Andy Kaufman story. Yeah. And I thought he was fucking hilarious.
You were talking about I'm Dante for a second.
No.
You saw the movie about I'm Dante's life?
No, I saw Man on the Moon when I was really young, and I loved how he would do things knowing it might upset the crowd, but it would make him laugh, you know? Yeah. And so I've kind of taken that approach to this, because I sometimes I do that just to get a reaction, but every once in a while I'll just try something because I think it's funny just to be funny. And like I'm Dante put together a trailer to this roast he's gonna do of me called I don't know, just the Roast of Ryan Wright official trailer. Oh, and he got the Honest Trailers guy to be a part of it.
How did he do that? Like,
I don't know. Out of the hour-long talk I had with him, I completely forgot to ask how the hell he managed to do that.
Text him like right now.
Yeah. But it was cool to talk to Dante because, you know, he
really is Dante, you know.
He's a cool guy. He's a really cool guy, and he's very creative. He got the joke of when I did a reaction to the trailer.
That's always super gratifying. Is when like people jump in from the middle and they're like, "Oh, Ryan can't take a joke," or this or that. Like when people jump in and like really like rag on you for making a joke, and then the person you made the joke to comes out and is like, no, I got it though. Like, yeah. Like, that's always really gratifying. It's like, oh, at least we understood each other, you know?
What I did was I was making fun of like celebrities who get roasted, who wear sunglasses and try to, you know who did that too? American Dad. I was remembering that when Roger got roasted, he was wearing shades and trying to, you know, just do that thing where you're hiding your emotion. Because I was like, you know what? There's a bunch of other people doing reactions to this trailer now, and they're all doing the same thing. They're probably hollering and laughing and all that shit. So I was like, you know, it's about me. Let me try something a little different. Yeah,
I think this is a great idea. Like just from where it's going.
Yeah.
From as you're, because I haven't seen this video, so like as you're describing it, I think it's a good idea.
But no one liked it. A lot of people were really upset by it. They were like,
yours has to be different.
They were genuinely upset because they're like, you just wore shades and had a straight face. When honestly, I was trying not to laugh sometimes because it was.
Oh man. Well, because this is the TheReelRejects universe. Like the fabric starts to rip and bend because I think people expected you just to do a straight up Ryan Wright reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
because they don't realize like the level of sort of heightened, the level of height you give that Ryan Wright persona. So I feel like it's totally Ryan Wright to do the opposite and wear shades and like not react just like a person being roasted.
Like some true fans really got it, but there are fans that I thought were like true fans that did not care for it at all. And like,
no, you should be enjoying this because you riled people.
And honestly, it does start to hurt after a little while. Like after a little while, it does. And being a YouTuber, you shouldn't admit that in a video because you're gonna get bombarded with comments of like,
"Oh, pussy."
You're gonna get either you're a pussy and more people insulting you, or you're gonna get people telling you don't feel that way.
If thousands of people insult you at one time and that makes you feel anything remotely negative, you're a pussy. Like think of the perspective. It's like, yeah, most people have been told they suck at one point or another, but from our end, granted, it's not in person, but still, it's like if 1,000 people tell you suck, that's gonna start bumming you out. Like,
yeah, no, it really does. I mean, you got to have thick skin in this YouTube game. You do. Like you're dealing with a lot of hatred, especially anyone who does reactions. Like I'm sick of explaining to people. Like I don't really get bagged on by other people, but I'm sick of explaining that I do more than just reactions. People notice in the reaction videos that I also try to at least give worthwhile feedback and opinions on the video.
Yeah.
If not, usually try to provide some type of comedy with the guest I have, or I'll crack a joke, Well,
so yeah.
I'm trying to give content still,
And I think you get less complaints because people watch and realize that.
Yeah, most people turn...
It's like you're engaging with what you just reacted to.
I was looking at analytics, and like people stick around for the talking portion, after the reaction. And most people, I know that they usually just stop watching after the reaction.
I think people come for the review. like I think people oh yeah, I want to watch Ryan react to this trailer, but like I feel like maybe the parts people really hook into and like really enjoy the most are the thoughts afterwards.
Absolutely.
Like, it's funny to watch you clap or get really excited about things. Like it's fun, but that's like that's the appetizer.
Yeah, that's just it's just like I like to have it be a 1-2 combo. Like okay, we react. See it for the first time, let the crowd see it for the first time because what they want is a review. But how fun would it be if they see us watch it for the first time and they see the honest reaction of just the feeling you get from the trailer or video, whatever, and then you talk about it afterwards. I do that for like at least 95% of the videos. Some of them I just do a reaction. But then some stuff starts getting insulting because like I'm not a big fan of this whole Reactoverse crap and the Reactastic and all that. Like I'm like that member of the group who's like, I don't want to be a member. I want to fly solo. Yeah. And then Superman's there being like, yo, Batman, you gotta be part of the team. That's right, I'm Batman in this scenario.
Or Iron Man.
Or Iron Man, yeah. Like, I like the guys, I like the team, but I'm always like, I kind of want to do my own thing though.
Well, yeah, that none of those dudes were hanging out with Tony Stark on the weekend. Maybe Bruce Banner, just in case they have some kind of research to compare. But, like...
Yeah, exactly.
The rest of those people aren't hanging out with Tony.
Damn, what the fuck were we just talking about? This happened when you do podcasts?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
I mean, you were talking about not being so much into the Reactastic 4. And...
Yeah, not that and it's flattering, and it's cool, and I like being... but... The thing is, though, I really don't want to come across like I'm putting down other people's channels, because I'm not. I like what Akasan does. I love what Tyrone does. I love Gator Martin. Like, he's the reason that I even tried to do a trailer reaction one day. So I like what they do, but something about being under the same umbrella, they just think you're all the same at that point.
Yeah. It homogenizes you.
Yeah.
And it takes away from your subtle differences.
Yeah, then, okay, my cats are going crazy.
That's realism. This is what it's like.
And having I mean, like, with having a YouTube channel, like, there's things that are easier said than done, Don't let haters affect you. They're all over the internet. After a while, you get beaten down long enough. Sometimes you do take like a really bad hit sometimes.
Well, yeah, I mean, think of it. It's like these are little labors of love, and it's like you took the time out of your day to watch a thing, record a video, edit the video, put the video up,
Yeah.
You know, you gave the world something for free.
Yeah.
And the world's like, fuck you. Like,
it's
like,
hurtful.
I didn't have to give you this at all.
And like a lot of people don't realize it, but all YouTubers, no matter how genuine a YouTuber is, no matter how real a YouTuber is, they're still doing this to provide entertainment for an audience.
Yeah.
You know, like that doesn't mean they're not genuine. They're just doing it to provide entertainment. So like
anybody who's on the internet, you know, vlogging or doing some kind of web series had to say to themselves, man, I think my life is interesting enough that other people would want to see it. Like,
yeah,
and already there, it's for other people.
It's for entertainment purposes, and I totally think that I am in the right for my personal decision. The Ryan rights for having the personal decision to like not post that top 5 creepiest 911 phone cals. Like,
oh hell yeah!
When I said why I didn't do it, plenty of people did not respect the reasons why I said it. As a matter of fact, there were people who were going, oh, Ryan just said that because he wants to look like the good guy and he's putting everyone else down. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was telling some of this on Dante, so you can catch that interview there. But what I was covering was like, hey, you know, these were real traumatizing deaths, and I feel like this show is to entertain and be positive and fun. And I don't agree with the fact of, I just wouldn't feel right after having deaths in my family, after having a friend who's had several people die, friends of his die in 1 year, and I know how traumatizing that can be, and it's like, why would I want to generate a bigger success following and viewership off of the deaths of 5 people?
Well, that crosses 2 lines. It's like, it crosses into ugly, and it also crosses into you know, desensitization and snuff. Because the thing is, like, any amount of, you know, violent movie or gory movies you see, it's like, it's always different when you know it's real. Or at least for me, it's always different when you know it's real. And, like, those things, it's like, I've been to the Museum of Death before, and I've heard calls like that in the past, and they put a gravity in the room. Like, it's weighty, and it's ugly and scary and bleak, and it's... I
didn't want to also revisit that in the edit. Like, a lot of reactors...
dark.
A lot of reactors just drop their fucking video in and then export it, you know? I like to actually review the video, edit shit out, and so I watch every fucking second first before I export it.
You smooth it down, you sculpt an episode.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to revisit that with the... Like, I had Shelina with me, this sensitive, positive, loving woman, and she had to leave on the 3rd call. She was just it was a 9/11 call.
Oh, I believe it.
So she had to leave, and I felt terrible about that. And then as I was watching this video, I'm like, this just wouldn't feel right to be like, hey, I'm generating more attention from checking out this, like, hey, watch me check out this video. And some people are like, oh, it's not meant for entertainment purposes, it's meant for awareness. I'm like, what the fuck do people need to be aware of with me checking this out? Like, what, people don't know that this happened?
Yeah.
Like, we hear about that in the news. It's one thing to hear a news story, it's another thing to hear a phone call about them when they're about to die.
I get that you could use it for awareness argument. The thing is, you would never record a reaction for that. I mean, you could release a video, kind of like you already sort of did, just being like, hey, I got a lot of requests for this, I'm not gonna do it. Like, that's how you raise awareness. Because if somebody stumbles across the video who's just a fan of your channel, they didn't know that you could find those videos on YouTube.
And people are calling me...
Now they'll stay away from that.
Yeah.
Now they'll know to stay away from it. Like, but... yeah, you just don't perpetuate it. You don't put it back.
And people are complaining. Yeah, I'm continuing the recognition of this video, you know? And
yeah.
I don't like how people are like, Ryan's a pussy for not doing it.
No, that's bullshit.
Because, A, I did do it. I'm just not putting it on the internet, you know? So I did do the video. I watched it. And some people are like, he's a pussy because he probably cried or he got scared. And I'm like... there's plenty of videos I've posted where I've gotten scared. Or there's like at least 5 where I've like bawled my eyes out over talking about something or whatever. So I'm not afraid to show that. Yeah. It has nothing to do with how I reacted. It has just everything to do with my morals of what I feel I wouldn't want to bring something like that onto the Real Rejects. Like,
because that's true darkness.
Yeah, that's true dark. I have dark humor about things.
Yeah.
But true darkness is like, that's a territory I don't want to fuck with.
These are the last moments of lives, and those people, like, you probably wouldn't want those just given out to the world willy-nilly and exploited for reaction videos. Like, no offense to reaction videos, but, like, there's subject matter you do and subject matter you don't do.
Yeah.
You know?
And then Tyrone posted his, and I'm totally cool with that, but people have been telling me that Tyrone, I'm not going to watch his reaction simply because I just don't care for the video anymore.
Yeah.
But people were saying, like, he didn't even do his 1 million subs thing at the end, and, like, how he said it was fucked up that someone sent that people told him to watch that and everything. And it's like, Tyrone already took care of the part where you saw someone react to the video when he really regretted it. Yeah, okay, someone already did that for you guys, you know? Be happy with it right now.
Why did this get so many requests?
I don't fully understand why. I mean, the video itself went viral instantly.
Why?
And it has like millions of views or something like that now.
I mean, I get morbid curiosity, I guess, but ooh.
Yeah, you know, like it's like, what would be the point of watching my reaction to it? Are you gonna laugh at the fact how I'm disturbed by these real life killings or deaths? Or are you gonna you want someone to also be like horrified with you, like and you want to just watch the video again and be like, why? What? There's no point. There's no point. You know, like, if I get scared at a jump scare or something's horrifying in a trailer or video, that's one thing. But this is something entirely fucking different. That transcends,
because that's all still Funhouse, you know? It's like,
exactly. There's no fun in this one.
Yeah, you know, that's all carnival games. It's like, oh, that thing popped out and I jumped, or, oh, you know, this really gory kill in Mortal Kombat, you know, like I threw up, blah, blah, blah. But it's not a Funhouse anymore. This is, you know, it's real and it's exploitive.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess maybe in some weird, like, roundabout way, you know, this video's viral, it's a big thing, and they look to you for that kind of thing in general, so maybe people just got upset because they're like, oh, I want to know what Ryan thinks about this, you know?
Yeah.
In the format I'm used to seeing how Ryan thinks about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if someone tells me I want to see it, but I respect the fact that you are not going to post it. That's totally cool with me. It's one thing if you're going to, like, start bagging on me about it and like, just completely disrespecting me. And I got to cover something else about the roast of Ryan Wright reaction I did. People, like, really attack me on, like, when I do reactions and stuff then. It was only like a few days ago where I posted my reaction to that Mortal Kombat Raka Raka video, and you saw I was like flipping out the whole fucking time, and that was real.
It was a very Raka Raka, man. They told this weird line of like, this is funny and also kind of disturbing. Yeah, and then there was people who saw this one video where I was spoofing a celebrity being roasted. Yeah. And then they were like, his reactions are always so boring. He doesn't show any emotions. And then they say shit like as if I'm really supposed to care, where they're like, this is why Tyrone's always going to be #1. And I'm like, I never set out to be #1, and I'm pretty good friends with Tyrone, actually. We talk, like, several times a month, actually. Don't bring, you know, like, team sports into this. Like it. Yeah, I don't believe in competition. I believe in cooperation. That's right. Ooh. Yeah, I came up with that today. You should get competition and cooperation tattooed across your knuckles. Yeah, I'll be both. Yeah, and then you just gotta get... I gotta get more fingers to fit that onto. Just really tiny tattoos. Yeah, so that's, you mean, that was my day today. That's what I'm thinking about. That's heavy stuff. I mean, you know, like when a bunch of people are yelling at you and telling you that you suck or being a pussy, and it's easy to post a comment and not really think hard about it, and so you're sitting here going like, but you don't understand, like, you know. Yeah, and right now I can already tell there's going to be some dicks out there on the internet who are going to be like,
oh, Ryan just wants pity. Ryan just he's a pussy and he can't handle some hate. Or they're gonna start saying shit when I'm like, no, I deal with it all the time. I'm saying once in a while, it starts to irk you. You know?
Yeah, this is a glimpse into what goes on behind the camera.
Yeah, and like I want to show my more genuine, real side because people think every joke I make must be exactly who I really am. When I'm like, every once in a while, but you get a video where you get to see a real, genuine, deep, sensitive side of me. But most of the time, I'm just joking. Why? Because it's entertainment. Yeah. It's entertainment at the end of the day. Doesn't mean we're not being genuine and sincere, but it's entertainment.
But it's heightened energy and, making jokes.
Everyone does it. Sorry to spoil this for some people who might not be aware of this, but everyone who does a reaction video does it. They channel something intentionally in them that's real to feel something and let it out.
Yeah.
In real life, we probably just sit back and whatever, but it's one...
Yeah, if you're alone in your house and you're watching something, like, rarely do you laugh aloud or, do anything audible.
Yeah.
Unless it's, like, extraordinarily hilarious, which does happen, but, like, most of the time you're excited in your head,
Yeah, it's not... doesn't mean we're forcing it at all. It just means we're channeling something in us and we're expressing it.
Well, yeah, that's, if you pay attention to, it's like, just take the example of a comedy. If you're watching a comedy on your own, you might be thinking this is funny, but when you're watching it and other people are in the room, there's automatically a sense of community, and you're more likely to laugh out loud together. And when you add a camera and just the idea that people are going to see this, you might be more comfortable and a little more like, oh yeah, I can show because people might be looking.
Yeah, exactly. You nailed it. You got it down.
Thanks, man.
You got it down.
I try.
I call you the N-word, but I can't use that word.
No. Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't go well,
Oh, it wouldn't go well at all.
Yeah.
You can't see this, but I'm looking at the mic right now. As if the camera is watching me.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I guess that's... my details of my day. I was such a jerk I didn't bother to ask you any details about your day. How was your day?
Oh, no, my day was rather unextraordinary. I mean, I I worked, and then I took care of some stuff around home base,
Yeah. How's your family? Is your mom good?
Yeah, she's alright. She's hanging in.
Your sister, you guys still look alike?
No, we don't look very much alike.
Not anymore?
I don't think we... I mean, like, we're related. Like, we have like features, but I don't think we ever looked like each other.
I'm pretty sure she had a crush on me when we were younger.
Are you... I don't know about that.
No, she had a big crush on me.
I'm going to go on record and say...
Jerry, I want you to imagine what I'm about to tell you right now at this very moment.
I don't know.
Just wait for it.
No. Jerry doesn't have a sister. Jerry has 3 older brothers.
Jerry went crazy one day.
Jerry is a lot of things.
He believed he murdered all these imaginary people that he made.
That would be a really weird, like, reverse serial killer movie. It's this guy, like, the big twist at the end is like, oh, but you didn't actually kill anyone. Like,
wasn't that American Psycho?
But they leave it sort of ambiguous, don't they? They sort of let you kind of decide whether he did or he didn't, because there are things that could work about either of them.
Spoiler alert, by the way. I mean, come on, it's been like 20 years. You guys must have seen it by now. It's your fault if it got spoiled.
And that's not the crux of that movie. Like, American Psycho is not like... It's not like spoiling The Sixth Sense, where it's like, that is going to ruin the movie for you. It's like the ending of American Psycho doesn't change the context of the whole movie that came before it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, that's a movie you watch for the journey. Much like I'm told Fight Club is.
Yeah, this movie's awesome.
There's a bunch of people ruin the end of Fight Club, and I just haven't seen it because of that. Like, and this was like before spoiler mania was a big thing.
No, you should definitely check out Fight Club. It's worth it for the journey.
I've been told that I would really like Fight Club.
Yeah, and it's violent too. There's not like a lot of violence, but when it's there, I'd say there's a pretty good amount of violence actually.
I was gonna say I'm pretty confident in guessing that there would be.
I'm just saying that
Fight Club.
Like movies technically do worse things, but Fight Club, the punches and stuff when they get hit feel very real.
Yeah.
And like bone breaking and stuff. So
because Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's like watching Mortal Kombat, but a more realistic version and not as insane. Well, so it's not like watching Mortal Kombat. It's like if...
It's like watching a real fight, almost.
Yeah, it's like watching a real... Like, they look like real fist fights.
Yeah.
But it's more than that. Way more. The movie's fucking insane.
Well, because so many... Like, it's kind of the same with gore in an odd way. It's like so many movie fights are choreographed in ways you might not pick up on, but they are at least semi-martial art inspired, even if it's not like Kung Fu cinema or anything like that. And then when you see a fight that looks like a real fight, you can tell the difference. It's like, because real fights are kind of short and ugly, and, you know, people don't get to throw a lot of punches. Like, usually one punch gets thrown, and then somebody, like, tries to wrap their arms around the other person's rib cage, and then they end up like they both end up punching each other in the stomach. Really, that's like how most fights go. It's just people hunched over punching each other.
Oh, real fights are fucking brutal and disgusting.
Yeah. So I get the sense that like if you don't bother to do that choreography, you're just like, yeah, just make it look ugly. You know, it comes with a viscera. D.
Finchie knew what he was doing. That's what I call David.
Finchie.
D. Finchie. I called him that.
Leonardo D. Finchie.
Well, guys, that's it for today. I don't know how to close out a podcast.
Oh, man, this was bite-sized, man. I mean, this was like...
It's heavy stuff.
I mean, is there anything you want to, like...
Oh, you mean, like, short?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, we could dish a little more silly shit at the end of, like...
See, you like, before we did YouTube and today, you really were into podcasts.
I've gotten back into podcasts.
I like podcasts a lot. I do. I can, like, especially when you're, like, cleaning or something. They're, like, fucking amazing to listen to. But I'm more used to, like, video formats, so that's why I'm, like, especially now with the copyright strike of how, like, for some reason they let you upload podcasts, but if there's actual video for 15 minutes. Yeah. And so...
Well, yeah, I think they may have algorithms that are like, oh, it's a static image. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can also tell, like, oh, this isn't sourced audio. It's not copywritten audio.
Yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up now because I'm used to that format.
Oh, yeah. No, that's all right.
Cool. Does it feel weird?
No, not at all. I mean, like, how long has it been? Has it only been, like... Not that every podcast needs to be as long as Dank Ass Stubs is, but, like...
No, most podcasts go on.
Oh, there are. My buddy is on one that's 4 hours, and when they dip below 4 hours, people get really upset.
No, there's video podcasts on YouTube that are like I've seen that are like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there are people who are watching for 4 hours this one shot of people talking.
Man, if you like somebody enough.
Hey man, I don't know. I don't know.
You know what you would really? I've been getting into Mark Maron's podcast. What the fuck?
I haven't heard it yet.
I mean, you know, find a guest that you're interested in, but like Mark is great because he's a comedian, he's funny, but he also kind of gets deep with his, you know, he asks more sort of, you know, deep and lifey questions, and I feel like that would resonate with you.
Sweet.
Because, you know, there is a good element of comedy, but there's also an element of like, no, let's dig in here and like actually talk about stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I'd love to check him out then.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like we're doing exactly what podcasts do, where you're just talking about nothing at this point. Well, it's something.
No, I mean, it was related to
it was related
podcast, yeah.
Yeah, but
we're gonna like I was like, man, the burrito I had.
See, like this would be this would be cut out of the video, for example.
Yeah, I know.
For podcasts, you can just you know what we're gonna do one day? Podcast reactions, where you don't even see us reacting.
It's gonna be both of us sitting. It's gonna be both of us.
It's a podcast of us reacting to a podcast.
Yeah, it's just us going. Oh yeah, I remember saying that.
Oh wow!
Oh, we're getting a call during the podcast. Who's calling you?
No, Jesus, leave me alone.
I met a guy named Jesus the other day.
His name was Jesus?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
I mean, did he look like Jesus?
No, well, not the traditional, like, depiction where he's a white guy for some reason.
Yeah.
I saw a meme on the internet that was really funny to me, where it's one of those, like, ornate classic pictures of Jesus, like, preaching to the disciples, and he's got his hands up, and the text just says, "So there I was, the only white guy in Jerusalem." And I was like, yep. Blonde, blue-eyed Jesus.
No, I mean, people who've... I've seen, like, documentaries on it. They say that Jesus really looked, you know, dark skin, brown eyes, dark hair. Yeah. And actually, there's there was a movie based on this book. But before there was a movie ever in development, I came across this book called Heaven is for Real.
Okay.
and this kid is basically telling a story about how he died, went to heaven, and like came back, something like that.
It's like a reverse zombie movie.
No, I don't know if he died. Something happened where he like met Jesus, whatever.
Okay,
and,
or he had like a very near death experience.
Something like that, right? And then he had an artist draw what he saw this man to look like, what he saw Jesus look like, and it looked like a very real, like. Oh. I was like, this looks great, actually. It looks like what Jesus might have actually looked like. So, whoever
Jesus
this kid is,
actually looked like Clint Howard.
Yeah, he looked like Clint Howard. He had the sense of humor of T.J. Miller.
Yeah. Oh my! God! I can do T.J. Miller, but only like every 10th attempt at it. Like sometimes I'll get his cadence and those like scraggly A sounds down, but
scraggly A sounds down.
Yeah, your scraggly A sounds down.
Scraggly A sounds, eh?
Going down under.
Brit Jermaine.
All
right, guys. Sorry. No, what?
No, I was about to geek out over a movie, but I won't.
What movie?
What We Do in the Shadows.
I haven't seen it.
It's so fucking funny. It's so funny.
Was that someone with Jermaine?
Yeah, it's Jermaine and Taika Waititi, who he's worked with a lot, and it's like this
vampire movie, right?
Yeah, it's like a documentary about vampires just living in the suburbs in Wellington, New Zealand.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's what it's about?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and like, it's great because it's got their sense of humor, so it's like, they're just 4 guys living in this flat who happen to be vampires, so like, it's got a different attitude, and it's the rare improv comedy movie that actually had an editor and doesn't outstay its welcome. It's like an 80-minute movie, and I was like, oh, hey, like, you found all the funny riffs and you cut when you needed to. Good job. You know? It's not A Million Ways to Die in the West, where it's like, you just used all the footage, didn't you?
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call it a night. Yeah, subscribe to The Real Rejects.
You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope. If you peer through Ryan's window late at night, Vine, at the post office. If we ever need to mail stuff.
You know what we should do? We should do podcasts, but Periscope them.
That'd be cool. Yeah, do like a live podcast or like a live stream.
That's how we promote it, to get people to check out our Periscope. Boom.
I feel like right now is the time where culture is figuring out what Periscope, you know?
Periscope is interesting. Anyway, guys, there's no closing joke. I will leave you with this. A quote.
From TJ Miller.
From TJ Miller. No, I'm going to quote The Secret. What you think about, THANK, not I. What you think about.
Oh, shit.
You bring about.
Wow. Thanks, Ryan.
No problem.
Does that mean I'll see you again?
You'll attract me into your life.
Oh,
I would love it if I had such strong law of attraction. Like, I really want a pizza to be delivered here right now, and then like a pizza man was just forced by energy sources to he just gets dragged.
I am compelled. I need to take a pizza over to this part of town.
See it kind of like an Evil Dead thing happening.
Yeah. But that's what we call telekinesis, and then you're in a comic book.
No, I love
Secret Man.
End of podcast.